It's nice to have you. I mean, it's
Thank
nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I remember. I mean, because first of all, I'm in shock that you have this great. I say great because of the content of the movie.
Thank you.
You know.
Yeah.
Great movie coming up. It's a short film.
Yes.
And you're releasing it.
Yes.
And it's like, where has she been all these years?
Yeah. I get that. Where have I been? Quite a lot. But you know, it's like, I've been around. I mean, I've actually been working. I was working in England for 6 months. I did some theater. My sister and I started a shoe line. I set up a family.
Really?
Yes. I'm wearing them now, actually.
Oh, I was just going to ask,
wearing
did you get these?
Yeah.
I want one.
Okay.
Like yesterday.
Okay.
My
no
goodness.
problem. So there are things that I've been working on. I think it's just from working on TV, being seen on TV every single day, like, you know, doing Moments with Mo, doing 53 Extra, daily shows, to doing your own thing and not being as visible. People do wonder, where have I been? So yeah, so it's 2020, beginning of 2020, and I'm excited about my short film, Omo Wa.
But tell me, before I talk about Omo Wa, what was it like negotiating or navigating that space where suddenly it's like you dropped out? You know, it's like, because we're not seeing you, meant you weren't doing anything.
Well, the thing is, so after Moments with Mo, so I was working consistently from African Magic to Ebony Life, and then after Moments with Mo, I got married.
Marriage happened.
So I got married. So there was that whole whirlwind of marriage, of, you know, being busy. Then I did my own show I had 2 seasons of my own show, the Marcy Project. So I was working on that. And then I got pregnant and I had my son. So obviously from an outsider's point of view, it might look like, okay, she stopped this show and then we didn't see her. But for me, it's like, I've constantly been busy. So I don't really, motherhood is busy. I got married, I was busy. So I just feel like I've just constantly been in a state of doing things that I can't really.
You're in a state of happening.
Yes, in a state of happening, of being a new chapter in my life, being a mom, going through pregnancy. I had a tough pregnancy as well. So.
How old is your boy now?
He's 2 years and 5 months, 2.5.
But did he come early? Did he have issues?
He was,
we know that you share some of these things publicly.
So I have a vlog on YouTube, and I spoke about pregnancy, the whole entire pregnancy. And yeah, I just bled throughout my entire pregnancy.
For this boy?
For my son. When I was pregnant in I gave birth in 2017. So that was difficult, and I shared that. And he was also 2 weeks late. I was in labor. Well, by the time I got induced, by the time I had him, it was 48 hours. I had to have an emergency C-section. So the whole thing about, I really thought I was going to have a natural birth, having a C-section, understanding what a C-section is like, having a needle put in your back to get epidural. It's like everything I had spoken about in my vlog, saying, oh, I've done research on this, research on that I thought I wouldn't have to experience. I experienced it all in my pregnancy. So it was really eye-opening and slightly scary at times, but I have a beautiful baby boy. He is my joy. It's just the most fantastic thing. It's the best gift in the world. Having
what did that do to you? I'm wondering though, first of all, you were so open and you shared all of this.
Which is weird because I'm not really an open person. So beforehand, people always used to say that, they thought I was a little bit, I think it's the accent, they thought I was a little bit stuck up.
Yeah,
but it's, what it is that I always say I'm quite shy. So in surroundings with loads of people, I don't really talk. And it's just a thing. It's not, but I think I must have that resting face where I don't look too happy. So people assume, they say I'm not really approachable. So I just found that I felt led to just talk about this because I was like, Nigerians don't talk about this.
It's like you're pregnant and then there's a baby.
Literally, you go,
like
you get shipped off somewhere or you are told not to go out. And I found that really, really fascinating. And I was like, but this is a joyous occasion and I want to celebrate it. And don't get me wrong, I was told by family members, Madam, I don't know this YouTube thing that you're doing though.
You say it was an eye-opener, right?
The biggest. I don't think anything could have prepared me. I read a lot and I do my due diligence, I will research, but it was just so eye-opening. So I found the process of pregnancy so incredible, the way my body was changing, the way I was feeling, the fact that, if you're not well, you can't take any medicine. For me, any small sniff, I'll take Panadol, so I'll take paracetamol. So I was just so amazed by, wow, like my mom went through this 4 times. Do you know what I mean? This is insane. So I documented it and I'm so happy I did because even till today, I have people who refer to my vlog from 2017 who are currently going through pregnancy and say thank you, especially African women in the diaspora. They're like, oh, you know, nobody talks about this. Sometimes I feel like I'm alone going through this, but I'm watching your vlog and I realize, oh, okay, it's normal. It's happened to somebody else and she's actually experiencing it and she's talking about it.
It's happened to somebody who's a star.
Well, I don't know if they think that, but I just know that it's a sense of comfort, I think, for someone to be open and honest about what they're actually going through. Yeah.
So, but tell me, what does it feel like to be asked a question like, so where have you been?
It's annoying. It's okay. I mean, I understand the question. If you're seeing me every day and then you just don't see me at all, I mean, you would have to look for me, intentionally look for me to find me, or intentionally look for my work if I'm not doing something so outlandish and outrageous. But I mean, after a while, for me, the question is okay. I've had people say to me, not where have you been? Oh, they assume you decided to get married, have a child, and stop working. Yes. Oh, I've had that on numerous occasions. And I'm just thinking, that's just a very strange assumption. Also, I don't know you, so this is a bit strange. But you know, I mean, water for ducks back, what can you do? It is what it is. And I'm like, I've been working. I was like, oh, well, actually, last year I was working in England for 6 months, but you weren't there to see the work. And it's theater, it's live. If you haven't seen it, you'll miss it. So, and like I said, working on a shoe line, unless you are into fashion or you're into clothes, how will you know? Also, it's not currently being sold in Nigeria. We're working on doing that in 2020. So
but what does that do for you, and what mindset would you like to change given that? And because I say for you, because also, does that force stars or celebrities to be who they are not?
I think, well, I would say I'm a very strong-willed person, so that kind of thing, it's coming from people who don't know me. You don't know me personally like that. So I cannot, no offense to them, take what you're saying and put it on my head, because that is taking Panadol for another man's headache. That's your business. But I think, you know, it's like the whole world of social media where people are sort of putting things on you that you might not necessarily think of yourself, and then you might take that on board. I have no business with people saying, where have you been? I know the work that I'm doing. I know that I'm busy. I know that my son is getting up at such and such AM and I don't get to sleep.
That's work.
That's work. That's work in itself, let alone me having to go to meetings or I'm trying to produce a movie or that kind of thing. So, but I do think that if you're not strong-willed, if you're not thick-skinned, it can get to you. And like you mentioned, you can start saying, oh, okay, so let me go and see what someone else is doing. Okay, maybe I should start doing this, doing that. But you know, in life is in seasons. I'm in a motherhood season, but now I'm in a motherhood season where I'm getting back into work. When I had my son, I did not think I'd be one of those people. I told my mom, after 3 months, if I'm sitting down in the house, better tell me that I should get up and go and do some work. After 3 months, I still look like I was 4 months pregnant. I was walking past the mirror, and I was like, why do I look like this? I was like, when am I gonna drop it? You know, and then I found out that I had this thing called diastasis recti, which is abdominal muscle separation, because he was over 9 pounds. Oh yeah, exactly. Look how small I am. So I'm just like, look, you can't please everyone, but I think it's really important to know yourself and to be okay in the quiet seasons. People are afraid. The world is so busy and so crazy. Lagos is so fast-paced. You go on Instagram, you see this person is doing this person is doing that, and you're like, I'm not achieving anything. I'm not achieving anything. It is okay to have, you cannot constantly be in a state of work, constantly. There are seasons. I have one child, I want to have another child. So when I now get pregnant and have another child, that's gonna be another time to calm down, relax. But I have the experience of having a child. So now I'm like, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing. I don't have to just sit at home and be thinking, I can't go out with my baby. I'm gonna be a bit more relaxed. And I think getting back into work will be easier. It's just different seasons.
I just wonder though, did all this experience kind of like serve as material for Omo Wa?
Yes.
Which is why we're here, really.
You know what? I'm calling this year the year of the mother, because it seems all my projects are all centered around motherhood. I mean, my work, I'm talking about what I know and what I'm currently experiencing. So it definitely has something to do with why I produced a short film that is about pregnancy and about motherhood, and the fact that what women are going through. This is just one aspect, you know, and it's just what women are going through. And I just thought it's just something I wanted to highlight. Yeah.
What's that aspect that you're highlighting? Or you don't want to tell us?
I want people to see it. So, but just that It can be tough. I think you have two people, so for people to know, it's a two-hander. You have a man and a woman, and
they're dealing with an issue.
Yeah, and it's like, you're going to have a child, and it's an exciting thing, but you have two people who are going to be parents, but they're processing what is going to happen in completely different ways. Why that is, I'm not sure. I'm not a man, so I cannot say why the man is processing it in a certain way. But I also think, I'm trying to think about it from my husband's point of view. If I'm thinking about when I was pregnant with my son, it must be like you're looking through a looking glass, because you don't know. I can explain to you till the cows come home how I'm feeling, but you will never understand it, especially the first trimester when you're not really showing and you're feeling a certain type of way. I think as the bump gets bigger, it becomes more of a reality to a man. Mm-hmm. But when it's the first 12 weeks and...
What's wrong with this girl?
Yeah, let's say you have mood swings, or if you're unfortunate to be throwing up all the time, or you're just not feeling yourself, your hormones are raging, there's no amount of explanation that you can tell your husband that he's going to fully get how you are feeling.
So can this be a problem, really? I can't say. You've been married for how long now?
It'll be 5 years this year.
5 years.
Yeah.
So it took you 2 years to have your baby.
Yes.
Did you lose any babies in the process?
After my son.
Oh, so after your son, you've lost a couple.
Yes.
So you can identify what it that we're going
happens,
to be seeing
yes.
in Omo Wa.
I think the issues could be fear of the unknown. How are things going to change for us as a couple? Because, if it's the two of you, you've been dating for example, my husband and I dated for 4 years before we got married. Then 2 years before we had our son. So that's 6 years by yourself. Then a little person comes in and takes all the attention. So you could have issues with attention on child, and maybe the spouses are not giving attention to each other. What else? There are just so many.
Do you think like the name the child is going to have an issue as well?
Oh, I think definitely. It depends on the kind of person you're married to, but you could be married to someone who says, well, I'm the man and I'm naming the child, and you're thinking, I was in labor for 2 days. I don't understand. I carried this child. Like, hello, I'm not just a vessel to carry. I'm also part of this as well. So I think that you can have that tussle of give and take. Who says this? Who says what the child is going to be called? Or I think that just happens in your marriage with your child, because when your child now gets older, what school are you going to agree on everything? And I think the other thing to think about is that children are expensive. Finances.
Yes,
finances. Or where you want to have the baby. Someone can be sitting here thinking, you know what, Donald Trump is about to change the law. I want my child to have an American passport. So I want to go to America and have a child. And the spouse could be saying, I don't see the point of paying ever $1,000 to carry. Why don't you just stay in Nigeria? So I think, I just wonder, do people talk about these things before they get married?
Should they?
They should. Don't get me wrong. No. They should, but things change. Like, you change and you evolve. But I believe you change for the better, and you should complement each other. But I think it's something that you should at least get a feel with your partner for what they're thinking. Okay, are you okay with our kids going to school or school abroad? No. Do you want our children to go to school here? Would you want your child to? Are we okay to have the baby abroad? Do you want to have the baby here? Like, are you? You don't know. You can just be living in this state of euphoria, lovey-dovey, baby now comes. Everyone is like, I didn't know this, so I didn't know that about my husband.
So what's Omo Wa going to do to help that space?
I think it's going to get people talking. I think it's going to give people a little more understanding as to a little bit of what pregnancy entails, what people might be going through. Maybe the next time, I always say with these projects of mine that because I've experienced certain things, I'm now more sympathetic. I was one of those people, so I'm about to go on a tangent. I was one of those people that when I would get on a flight, if I saw somebody coming with a baby, I said, don't come and sit next to me.
They disturb me.
Don't. Now, if I'm on a flight by myself, I will help you. Because I know I have to psych myself before I get on a flight with my son. Because I know what he's like. He's 2, he's running up and down the place, so it makes you more sympathetic. And I think when you watch this project, you might be more sympathetic when you hear something about a friend who might be going through a similar issue, a friend who's having issues in her marriage, a friend who's having issues with her spouse or in her relationship, I think you might have a different view.
It might make us more empathetic.
Definitely.
Which is what you seek to do.
Yes.
So, but did you address the issue of miscarriage in any way?
No.
Given your personal experiences?
No, not in that. But in, I'm doing a one-woman play, probably towards the end of this year. I'm currently looking for funding. That one I talk about everything, like all aspects.
So this is the season of motherhood, like you said.
It's the season, yeah. It's
So
the year
for
of the
this
mother.
is your project, produced, directed, funded. Tell me about
The Omo Wa?
Yes.
So it's directed by Sheyi Babasokwe, but it's funded by myself. I'm the executive producer, and Sheyi and I produced it together. So
And so what are you doing with the film? Because it's just 15 minutes.
yeah, so we are speaking about which festivals that we're going to put the movie in, and basically just to raise awareness and buzz around the film, because I'm actually going to be producing another film this year. So it's sort of like whetting my appetite, getting my, what was it, putting your feet in the water, there's this thing.
Just put your toe
Dipping
in.
my toe, exactly. Just, testing and just to put myself out there.
So it's an investment for you.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
you're telling us, come out and see this, but there's more coming.
There's definitely more coming.
And it's all in the motherhood season.
All in the motherhood season.
Okay, so now, let's go back to Marcy Dolapo Oni.
Yes.
You came into Nigeria, you became Dolapo Oni. But you're really Marcy Dolapo Oni. Now you're Mrs.
This is
Shiju,
so
I think.
interesting. This is 2020. I moved back it will be May
We'll never
10
forget.
years. 10 years ago. I've been here a decade. That's just like...
So this is a full decade.
Yes.
Back home.
Yes. It's a full decade back home, and I'm really proud of myself that I didn't run away.
No, of course, you got a husband, you got a son, you got a job.
I know, yes. I
And you're
think
still
I've
in the
done
UK
very well.
anyway.
Yeah, I'm back and forth, So yeah, I mean, when I moved here, I had to drop Marcy because of my job, and it was, an African show, so they were like, just drop that. But then I brought it back because my body of work everywhere has Marcy in it, so I want it to be consistent. So if you Google my name, I want you to see my whole body of work, not, okay, in Nigeria I did this, in the UK I did this TV show, So I think it's good to be consistent. With
So
my
if I
stage
Googled
name.
Marcy Dolapo Oni,
Yes.
what would I find now?
You'll find, hopefully, all my body of work, but because Dolapo Oni is there, even if there's things that just says Dolapo Oni, you will find that body of work as well.
So acting was always part of your life.
Always.
That's where I'm going.
I moved to Nigeria to act. And then I fell into presenting. I'd never presented before. I was just like, you know what, I need to get myself out there. So I went to different places, different stations, and then I got 53 Extra. And that's how I started presenting. And then I did a lot of theatre, but not really that much TV and film. I mean, I did Jacob's Cross, actually, what did I say? Jacob's Cross in South Africa, the last season. And then, so I did a lot of presenting, a lot of theatre work in London, and now I'm being intentional about my acting work in TV and film.
What was your training originally?
Yeah, I went to drama school. Yeah. I mean, I've got a degree in chemistry, which is just very random, make my parents happy. But I have I've got a MA in drama from the Academy of Live and Recorded Arts in London.
So for you, was presenting a distraction, or it was just a part?
It wasn't a distraction. I think it was a great thing for me to start off with because it exposed me to so many different things, different people in Nigeria. It got my name out there. But after a while, no one wanted to. I felt like I couldn't get hired as an actor. Thank you. I'd boxed myself into this. But she's a presenter now. She's a presenter. And it's like, what does that mean? Can't you do anything else? It's like I actually trained. So I found that it was hard to get over this whole, but she's a presenter, she's a presenter. And I found it easier to get work abroad, which made no sense to me because I was like, this is weird. But yeah, but I will go where the work is.
So you are primarily, how would Marcy Dolapo Oni describe herself then?
In what aspect? I mean, I'm
an actor.
I'm an actor, yeah.
Beginning, end, full stop.
I'm an actor.
An actor.
And a producer.
So now, the life you're living as a married actor.
Yes.
What's different about it? Do you have a challenge with it? Is it easier? Is it better? What
I would
have you
say
learned?
it's not that much different because he was dating the actor. We dated for 4 years, so it just kind of continued. Yeah.
Because people tend to say things like marriage is no longer a desire because people worried about marriages.
I mean, I see. It is sad that it does feel like people's marriages are failing left, right, and center. It does look that way, and it looks like people are married 2-3 years, and all of a sudden, you just hear that they've broken up. It's work, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying that people have not worked, because some people have some real serious issues going on in their marriage. But it is work, and it's not always fun and games. It's not always lovey-dovey and happy, you know. But for me, if I have the mindset that I'm going to do my best to not end up in divorce, then there's certain sacrifices that I will make.
Have you made sacrifices?
Of course. I mean, married, have a child, you're just selfless. Yeah.
So, I mean, being on the red carpet constantly is one of the sacrifices you had to make?
Well, I was never really that way. Like, I would go to events, but man, I was not really the best at coming to every event. I just wasn't, it didn't ginger me like that. I'm just not really that kind of person. So now it's probably even less because I just don't really have the time. Exactly. But, I'm more intentional with what I'm going to, or if I'm going to support someone in particular. But that has never really been a factor. It wasn't like, I got married, so I'm now going on the red carpet less, no.
So it's safe to say that in this season of motherhood, you know, it's like your seasons will certainly affect your work. So we should get ready for that.
100%. 100%. It's like evolution. It's the way of life. It is. I mean, I can't say I had a baby today and then 8 weeks later. I mean, you see it in Hollywood, but I guess you have like a whole team of people. And then I'm now doing something like, I like to take my time, and also with my son and, you know, with
what's his
the
name?
rest of my children, Alexander Zander. Yeah, call him Little Prince. I was just very careful and intentional on being around. Like, I just wanted to, for his formative years, I just want to be around and to see him. And I'm very lucky that I don't have a 9-to-5 job where I have to get up and like leave the house at 7, you know, because a lot of mothers, they don't have a choice. And then you're getting there either after his bedtime, they never see you, they only see you at weekends. So I'm very blessed that I don't have that kind of job. So because I don't have that kind of job, I'm intentional with, okay, even if I'm supposed to be somewhere, I make sure, okay, I need to leave at this time to put him to bed. I need to do the school run, pick him up from nursery, that kind of thing.
So after your baby, did you guys say, not anymore, after all this pain?
No, I don't want an only child though. No. He needs a sibling. He needs a sibling stat.
Are you spoiling him?
His dad does. His dad is good cop, I'm bad cop.
So what's it like being a princess?
He's like being a normal person.
Hey, if he's that normal, then why are we making all this shit about British royalty, your people?
Well, I can't really answer. The British royalty, that's a whole different
kettle of fish.
A whole different, you know. But it's just regular. Regular. Yeah.
So Omo Wa is going to be screened when?
It's going to be screened February 16th at Twin Waters. It's a private screening. But once we've done that, I'm going to organize different screenings that the public can come and watch and see. And
so this is primarily educative?
Yes.
Primarily educative. And who's going to benefit the most from it? The women, the men?
I think both. Yeah, because
so everybody should go see it.
At the screening, we have because the movie is so short, we have a panel discussion.
Oh.
2 men, 2 women, all married, all have children. And I was intentional on having that so that we can see I'm just intrigued to see, especially what.
Are you going to be talking to them?
Yeah, so I'm on the panel to give guidance to what is happening in case they veer off completely. So I didn't want to be so I have a moderator, but I'm going to be sitting on the side so that in case people start veering off and saying it's about this, and I'm going to say, no, it's not about that, stay on track. But I'm intrigued to see what they're going to come up with and what they're going to take from the film.
So the aim for you is beyond just making a film. It's trying to help people.
Yeah, for me, it's about education, and all the work that I seem to be doing at the moment is kind of geared toward that. So it's about the motherhood, pregnancy, education, enlightening people.
With the hope to
change mindsets, to change mindsets.
What's the mindset that we need to change when it comes to motherhood and pregnancy?
Well,
that do you think Omo Wa addresses?
Well, when you watch it, you'll gain more understanding as to why I say it's a beautiful thing.
And
it's not something.
Pregnancy.
Yes, and it's not something to be so. it can seem scary, but it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to embrace.
Why do you think we need to learn that message?
Because I think that people are afraid. I think sometimes if I'm talking about it, some women might say, this pregnancy thing, this one that you said you were in labor for 48 hours, or I know someone who tore, she had a big baby, she tore. Some people say, well, if that's the case, this whole marriage thing that people their marriages are breaking, let alone now have baby, let me just live my life and enjoy myself, And
you don't like that?
No, I just think it's not, I think you need to have all the facts or have better understanding as to what it is. And not everyone's situation is the same.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. So if anybody watches it, what is that last final message to them for all those who are coming to view?
Well, when you watch Omo Wa, I hope that you're going to embrace the movie, the short film. I hope you're going to talk about it. You're going to spread the word. And you're just going to see that pregnancy is a beautiful thing and is a blessing.